right doesn't mean much unless you do what's right. Such are the words of the great Theodore Roosevelt. For the most part, I could say that a majority of our population has good morals and can tell the difference between what is right and what is wrong. The problem that we are facing today is our youth in their severity of bullying. Not only in schools now, but also through social media, students have been seeing bullying. In some cases, the brutality of these situations has led to many young adults who have taken their own lives. The documentary Bully has made a really large impact on many since it has come out in 2011. The harshness that our youth is enduring right now has only seemed to have gotten worse. And with that said, I would like to do my part in fixing this problem for my future children, especially if I do pursue teaching in my future. What is bullying? According to StopBullying.gov, it is unwanted aggressive behavior among school-age children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated over time. Both kids who are bullied and who bully others may have serious lasting problems. In many cases, bullying is more so emotional than physical. StopBullying.gov says that 70.6% of teens have seen bullying occurring in their schools. 30% of teens admit to bullying themselves. Bullying stops within 10 seconds, 57% of the time when someone intervenes. This is a chart from HKEX 2011, and it says, what would you do if you got bullied? And it's just percentages. Okay. These problems seem to occur more in middle schools during teenage transitions rather than in elementary or high school. Although our new technology has benefited the U.S. in so many ways, it has also taken away from us. This opens the door for young adults in an entirely new setting. Without little or no parental supervision, outcasts or students who may be considered different or weird are even more likely to be targeted and bullied for everyone to see. I opened up Facebook because I thought that's where most bullying occurs in social media. Okay. This seems to be the case especially in females. According to NoBullying.com, 83% of girls and 79% of boys report being bullied either in school or online. In serious situations, students' lives have been impacted. 75% of school shootings have been linked to harassment or bullying. People often wonder what makes young adults do such horrific things. Little might they know that some of their children could have lit the fuse that once harmless teens had before doing something so evil. With that being said, it is important for people of all ages to treat others with respect because you never really know what individuals are going through. In April of 2011, one of the most impacting documentaries I have ever seen came out for the world to see. This is the cover of the documentary. According to IMDb.com, this film, directed by Lee Hirsch, follows the 5 families and shows what each of their children go through on a normal daily basis at school. I'd be lying if I said my eyes could endure the entire film. The amount of emotional and physical abuse that these teens experience is unacceptable. So sad to the point where an 11-year-old young boy took his own life. Similarly, when I was in 8th grade, I experienced a classmate in 7th grade who also took his own life. Although I did not know him all that well, it took a toll on me along with the rest of my classmates. I remember a week or so before this horrific incident, he was in a fist fight outside of the school. The worst part is, the fight that day didn't seem to bother too many students, but I could never forget the severity of it. I'm sure these problems happened even more than I could see in middle school. With that being said, I have gone through my own case of being bullied. Once again, in middle school, I worked on the reservation serving sack lunches to younger kids, when almost every other day I was threatened by bigger, more intimidating girls than myself. They continued to tell me that I was not a true Native American because my mother was white. I had never really experienced bullying before, so I felt scared and also angry. I remember not wanting to go to work for that reason only. The older we all got, the more they laid off until finally, at the age of 20, they act as if we have been friends forever. Although still annoyed by the situations, I have learned to forgive and forget, considering we were so young at the time. It also helped me realize that probably everybody has gone through one of these situations and felt uncomfortable where they shouldn't have to be. That to me is wrong. Since my major is elementary school education, I also found it to be extremely important that I do everything I can to learn how to stop bullying and how to know where it can be found. If I do become a teacher one day, it is important to me to keep those children as safe and as happy as possible, not only for their own parents but for themselves as well. Another obvious matter would be the children that I want to have one day. I want to be able to make sure that I'm sending my kids off to a safe environment rather than a place they dread going, especially because most bullying incidents go unreported. Luckily, there are ways to try and prevent bullying situations. For one, adults need to play a larger role in this problem. Most students do not feel comfortable talking to them about bullying. Even when they do, school staff does not always take the initiative in solving the problem. According to StopBullying.com, adults, school faculty, and parents can all take the first step in preventing bullying by talking about it, building a safe school environment, and creating a community-wide bullying prevention center. Students can help by recognizing it and, most importantly, intervening between the bully and the person who is getting bullied. Sometimes that is all that it takes to turn the situation completely around. We face many problems every day in America, but why not prevent one when it could be done so easily? For the sake of our future and our children's future, we should do all that we can to help the young adults who struggle every day from simply just going to school. Bullying has become a serious matter whether it's at school or online. The documentary Bully is opening the eyes of individuals everywhere and is literally saving the lives of some young adults. Even for my future, I would like to do all that I can to prevent bullying. Katherine Jenkins once said, "Children should be able to live a life free from bullying and harassment, and it is time that we all take a stand against